Jessica from the city of St. Catharines, and I just wanted to share an activity that I enjoy doing that you can easily do from home for virtual family day, which is baking. Who doesn't love fresh baked cookies after all? I have an easy yet delicious recipe that's always a hit and fun to get the kids involved in too. This is my recipe for a super soft and simple chocolate chip cookie. Here's a list of ingredients you're going to need: flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, coconut oil, brown sugar, granulated sugar, an egg, vanilla, and chocolate chips. So let's get started with the dry ingredients. I'm going to need, flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So I'll mix that up and I'll kind of set that aside. Okay, now for the wet ingredients. So I like using coconut oil. You can use butter. I think the coconut oil is kind of the secret to keeping the cookies nice and soft, and I also love the flavor that it gives. Okay, let's take a few minutes to cream these together. Now we can add our egg and vanilla. I can add my 1 teaspoon vanilla, which is what the recipe calls for. I actually usually like to add a little bit extra just because I like the flavor. I'm going to double it now. And let's give that another mix. Scrape the sides down a little bit just because it looks like it's kind of sticky. Just make sure everything's mixed well. That should do it. So now I'm going to slowly add my dry ingredients, which I mixed up beforehand. Alright, now it's starting to look more like dough. Chocolate chips. The recipe calls for 1 cup. You can add as much or as little as you want. I actually prefer a little bit less of the chocolate chips, so I'm gonna maybe put just over half a cup. And that's what my dough looks like. So now I'm gonna get my baking sheet lined with either parchment paper. I like using the silicone mats. And we're gonna make some cookie dough balls. Okay, so depending on how much you've handled the cookie dough, you might have to put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes to kind of firm up a little bit. Otherwise, you can pop it right into the oven at 350 degrees for about 7 to 9 minutes, or until the edges are starting to turn brown. I'm going to go ahead and put it right in the oven. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. My recipe says about 7 to 9. This is actually a you to me kind of oven, so it'll depend on your oven as well. If it doesn't look done, leave it in for a little bit longer. That's how they turned out. One of my favorite things to do, so you're not always making a mess in the kitchen, is if you double or triple your recipe, once you come to forming your dough balls, you can put the whole tray in the freezer. Once it's frozen, you can put them in a freezer bag and they won't stick together. So now you can use your convection or toaster oven, and you can do small quantities whenever you're feeling like fresh baked cookies. Thanks for watching and have a happy family day.